Hello everyone, my name is Joe and I've been playing my Nintendo 64 a lot lately. Now while playing, I've been remembering my favorite moments in my favorite games. The moments that were like, whoa, the moments that made you want to go back and play it again. The moments that would make it into a top 5 countdown 15 years later. Let's begin. Ah yes, the second level in the Super Smash Bros. Campaign. Now everyone loves this level. Everyone loves this level because you get to kill 18 Yoshis, 18 multicolored Yoshis. Now you might be asking yourself, hey, I like Yoshi. Not in Super Smash Bros. You didn't. Yoshi had the most annoying voice and everyone hated Yoshi. It was my least favorite character, easy. And it didn't help that I got to kill him 18 times every time I played the campaign. Sometimes I would specifically come back and play this level for the sole purpose of killing Yoshi. I love this level. It was my favorite. It was easily the most fun to me. You know, there was the race to the targets and, all that. Sprint to the finish, all of that fun stuff. But this level stood out the most. It was my favorite level. And with that, guys, we'll move on to our next one. The next one I'm sure most of you will know. Ah yes, the GoldenEye jump. Growing up with 3 brothers, it was the perfect game. We had 4-player co-op. My one brother was the best. Everyone else could barely compete. But yes, GoldenEye. Now, as you guys remember this was the best moment of the game. I went back and did this so many times. Back then, this was like the coolest thing ever. I remember like the graphics were so real and everything was so cool. I highly advise you guys not to go back and play GoldenEye because when I was filming this, recording it, oof, it's hard on the eyes now. But I still love it. It still has a piece of my heart. And as you can see, James Bond jumping down a giant dam was the coolest thing back then, and it's still pretty freaking cool. The next one, everyone's favorite game. It's on the top list of most people. It's easily my favorite video game of all time. Now, this was the coolest thing. You have a chicken and a giant bridge. And the first time you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, is this gonna work? And then when you finally jump, it's the rush of energy. This was the coolest back then. You get to jump down a giant gulch. You thought you were gonna die, but no, you don't even have to jump with the chicken. You can just jump, and you fall so far into the water, and you land safely, and you end up in Lake Hylia. Coolest thing ever. Super Mario 64. Now imagine, you just got your first star and you stumble into this room. You then mistakenly jump through the glass, and then you're treated to this gem. It's the Princess Secret Slide, and it's one of my favorite levels of all time. Now the reason why this level was so awesome is because there was no point to it. It was you go down the slide as fast as you can, and you collect all the coins as you can. That was it. It was all fun. It was no enemies, no bad guys, no jumps, no death. If you died, you just went back to the castle. That was it. I think my highest score ever was 15 seconds. I think I might have, jumped off the edge there, if you know what I mean. But nonetheless, this still was one of the coolest levels ever. You get your star and you feel just great about yourself because you just got yourself a nice gold star. And with that, let's move on to our finale. The one, the only, the Rainbow Road. Oh yes, the coolest racing track in history in any video game / human life if you want to count it. Now what is this, you might ask? Well, it's pretty much you go down a road made out of rainbows, and it has Nintendo characters up in the sky, and there's rainbow circles, and there's stars as borders, and it's just a great time. No one doesn't have fun on Rainbow Road. It's the last level in the last tournament in Mario Kart. It's the finale, you could call it. And it's just perfect. It's the perfect racetrack. There's nothing to it. It's just rainbow, and you go in space, and there's dogs chomping on the road. Those kind of suck sometimes, but nonetheless, when you got 8 people going on this, you're playing 4-player with 4 computers. This is like one of my top experiences as a child, and that's why these were in no particular order really, but this is probably my #1 moment of video game is when I first got to go to Rainbow Road. And I strongly recommend you guys go back to Rainbow Road. I think everyone should go to Rainbow Road. And I'm not, that sounds like a drug almost, or like an experience, but no, it's a racetrack in Mario Kart 64. Thank you. And with that, those are my top 5 favorite Nintendo 64 moments. You guys most definitely have a different top 5, so post them down below. My name's Joe, and like if you'd like, subscribe if you'd like, and thanks for watching. See you later.